Okay. Now this one hasn't been started since July or August of last year. It had that battery in it. That was a really good battery. I told my son to come out here once or twice a week, keep it cranked up, keep the battery charged. That went in one ear and right out the other. Now I've got another dead battery to replace. Still need to find a rim like that. Haven't been successful so far. This is basically what it's supposed to look like. Beauty ring, the center cap. Basically kind of like the rally wheels, but it's not. They're just stock wheels. I got the little cutouts around the 4 cutouts on them like that. It's not a bad looking wheel, it's just can't find them. And of course this one's going to need some paint help too. But I forgot the door doesn't work on this one. Something happened and the pin inside the door for the outside handle came loose and it don't work. Now, the history of this truck, in case y'all are just joining me, which I don't think any of you are, a couple of you maybe. When I got this truck, it had been hit right here in the front part of the door. It was all crumpled and folded under. The fender was all crumpled and folded under. This upper control arm was basically just flopped over. And I actually thought the frame was bent, but it's not, thank goodness. I was just basically getting this for the motor. This thing runs like a top. Now, I know you women aren't probably all that interested in any of this, and I'm sorry to do the whole guy thing all the time for you. I promise I will get some footage that'll appeal to y'all a little bit too. And but yeah, this thing hasn't been started. I'm thinking it was August, July or August, the last time I started this truck. This is a 91 Silverado full size. It's all factory, and we got a factory wasp in here. Oh good, he found his waspy little way out the back window, thank goodness. I'm not allergic to wasps, but they do irritate me rather greatly. Okay, that's the glass for the mirror. Alright, now like I said, this thing hasn't been started since August. That noise. Shut that off. Oh. That's how you adjust the air door. Okay, I forgot. It's been a while. My red truck's the same way, but I haven't been in it. That one hasn't been started in almost 2 years. Check that out, sports fans. Still got a little bit of gap because I haven't done the rest of it. And it's gonna ride funny because of the wheel being bent. But listen to that, just a smooth. And my son can't say nothing about don't get out here and do donuts or whatever in that truck, because it ain't his anymore. This one runs better probably than any of our vehicles. Oh jeez. and it needs the brakes worked on. I guess that's where he's going with that. He's already welded his shackle to weld the front part of the motor carriage to the frame on this side. He's working on getting this one put together to do the same thing on the other side. It's going to be pretty stout. Of course, he's going to have to do something about the spring so he can jack the thing up and have it up in the air like he wants to. Not sure what all he's going to do with that count yet. That's what it is, you're rushing it. Trying to get the motherfucker done.
Yeah, hang on, let me
retard grip on it. Sitting there rolling with the damn pliers and just twisting and twisting and just rolling away. Since you got pressure, ain't that gonna pop? Pressure in the right place. I thought you did.
undo it from the back side here.
The who?
Air hose.
Hose too short.
Close.
Close enough. I don't remember that thing making that much noise.
Well, it's always been noisy in the bitch.
Well, it's been several years since I've used it too. Been over here the whole time you've been here.
Yeah, that's true.
But like I said in my video, that's what it's here for. So it gets used. It ain't doing no good sitting in my shop at the house getting all wet and
I agree with that.
bugs crawling all in it and over it and everything else. Better.
Yeah.
clamp off now. You didn't complain about my retard grip. Yay!
Super He-Man grip. Yeah.
Hose not long enough.
Oh, that's okay.
That's not what she said.
We'll make do.
That's not what she said either.
Okay. Now, that's pretty badass to get something like that to line up. Eyeballing and measuring with a fucking measuring tape. That I'm proud of. Now, it won't be sitting crooked. Well, depending on how low I got this jack stand versus that one, but
Yeah, no, it looks the same. Actually, looks like this one's about.
well, I still got this side jacked up.
No, it looks like this side's about a ½ inch longer, and it does still look like it's sitting higher over here.
But yeah, because I got it jacked up on this end. But you got to remember too, it's not really holding on anything except that crane.
Well, yeah.
And that crane's not holding it even.
Yeah.
It won't do even.
That side, the axles are straight, and this side they're bent down,
See,
so
this-
that resolved it.
None of this will be right until I get some strut towers in here.
Right.
So.
Well,
But
got you a little cradle going.
yeah. Let's see once I.
The heart of the whole drivetrain right there.
And once I see, I'll go across here, find dead center, and then pull everything in nice and straight, and then
Put a strap around it.
well, I'm actually going to drill through the tubing, and I've got some 1¼ inch black iron pipe, and I'll have 2 rungs going all the way through, just for starters. And then once I lay the floor down and weld the floor plate in place, and then all the other supports and everything to bring the body out to the wheels, it'll be rigid.
Yeah, then you can take the girdle off of it.
Yeah.
I don't get to give you hell all day anymore,
Yeah, I know.
so I gotta make it up when I can. Oh! There's our solution. We're gonna finish pulling this thing the rest of the way out using the big D-ring. Alright. Now, got this propped up against the wheel, and we welded the D-ring right to the bottom of the hinge, and we're going to give it a little tug and see if it helps any. Now, before we get started, to give you a little frame of reference, got a good 1/4 inch gap at the top of the door still. I'm happy with this so far because it was over 1/2 inch, more like 3/4. Bottom's closed up a little bit more. It was hanging over right there, and this corner up here was actually overlapping, and now it's at least lined up to the point that the door will close properly if it ever gets tugged out properly that way. Now, I don't have my remote with me, it's in the house, and I don't feel like going back in there for it. So, Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get my Tahoe hooked up. Pulled it out some, but it's still sunk in there yet. But it is pulling just from the bottom, which is good. So get my Tahoe hooked up and we'll finish this up the proper way. Alright, all hooked up. The end of the 4,000 pounds, or the end of the battery one, could be either one. Okay, now right there is pretty much straight. I don't know if you can see real well down in there. That's pretty much straight. It could use a little bit more, but I'm afraid if I give it too much more. Oh, look at that. Almost perfect. I mean, it's just right there. Look at that. Needs just a little bit more of a tug and it'll line up perfect for the seal. Of course, you got to remember there's still a seal that goes in there, so there's going to be a gap there at least. Gonna be at least a little gap there. Nice. Okay. Before my light gets much dimmer, see? Not overlapping. Pretty close to touching, but it's not overlapping. That's probably about as close as we're going to get it. It's almost to the point now where the bottom's starting to overlap. But that's it.